I'm in a band now too, and I
think we're fortunate enough that especially when we embark on the summer of festivals, you usually end up bumping into a few bands that you really admire, and sometimes you get to hang out, and that's really cool. But yeah, we've met a lot of bands that way, and actually we've had the pleasure of touring with a few, like for example, Violence from New York, they're a band we really love and admire, and we've had the chance to tour with them.
And now they're buddies.
Yeah. So yeah, it's awesome.
Do you ever geek out?
We had a series. We were talking about Muse earlier. We had a pathetic geek out session with Dom the drummer in Helsinki when we played with them. It was just before we were kind of about to update our whole live show. Certainly within the technology realms.
It's a very boring conversation.
It's a very boring conversation, but put it this way, we spoke for about half an hour about very boring technology.
They're the king of that. Their live show is amazing.
Their live show is.
And but no, they gave us some really good advice, and I think people that are coming down Terminal 5 who may have seen us before will be impressed with the step that we've taken.
Hopefully pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But certainly surprised.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give any of it away?
It's nothing particularly dramatic, other than it just, I think we sound like a bigger band than we are. I guess that's a good thing. You know, the quality of what of the sound that's coming out and people are hearing in the shows it's pretty up there now. Like we've spent a lot of our own money on it.
See, and actually we briefly mentioned Rob before, who went to that Wild Beast show. He's an extra musician who plays guitar with us now. So we have five people on stage, and so that's
automatically a bigger sound.
Exactly, and I think the added musician has actually enabled us to realise the songs that we've recorded much better live, like much more. I'm not going to say accurately, but they're much truer to the recordings, I think, and they still sound very live, but it kind of takes a bit of the pressure off when we have an extra musician who can help us out, and I think we can perform better. And I think the show is definitely big.
And he's playing guitar.
Mainly guitar, a few keyboards, and even a bit of cheeky drum pad here and there. But yeah.
Speaking of Rob, why don't you guys have the new Friendly Fires album from him? Why doesn't he have it?
He has got it. Yeah,
I've had it for ages. Yeah.
There's a great song on there called "Hurting," which is like really good pop music, and we've played with them lots of times. Of course, now we have Rob playing with us, but they're a great band, and it was really good to hear some of these tracks off the new record because they sound very confident, and it's even though we're an alternative band, like a lot of our ethos has always been towards pop music.
Yeah, I think it's so refreshing to hear a band that's confident enough to make pop music and make it well, and I think so many bands kind of shy away from that
because they can't, because it's hard. It's the hardest thing to do.
It's really hard, and also it gets shot down so easily by people writing about music and people talking about music.
Who cares about that?
No, you're absolutely right. But it's sometimes hard to hear that, that kind of criticism, and so I really respect them for making a huge.
But you guys don't do that. You don't go on Google and read reviews and stuff. You do.
No, we get miserable all the time.
Don't do it.
People send us that kind of stuff. But it pushes us on.
We quite enjoy getting really miserable about it. We wind each other up, and we wind our managers up a lot about it.